Live and effective, live and direct. You already know. It's your boy Mac Mizzle, the host with the most. Don't even brag, no boast. All I do is give a toast to the real folks. I paved the way in the real way. So we're gonna give a tribute, R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle, aka so R.I.P. to the late great Ermias Ashkadum, aka Nipsey Hussle, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna listen to it.
Carlos, man, my Instagram is
With his young earlier rap peers, music peers, thought about his movie took him to do.
What's up, Kev? I'm you call me rap guy, you know what I'm saying? But I'm Daddy Cool from the Pink Clinic gang. That's above the law ATL.
My name is Rollo Styles. I'm a music producer and engineer from South Central Los Angeles.
So everybody tune in, you know what I'm talking about?
I'm Tony Draws, out the 60s, one of the original members of the Slauson Boys.
Dusty Capone, Slauson Boy original, West Side Road 60s.
Grandpa, Billy, 58 with it, you know what I'm saying?
Baby Goose, RSC, aka Lucha Belly, man. We're at ground zero where it all started, bro.
Baby Goose, Young Lucha Belly.
My nigga Robert Hood, man.
I met Nipsey when I was a senior at Hamilton High School.
I actually met Ermias in the hood. We was going to school together though. I used to see him in passing. But it was another friend we had named Jermaine. I was actually on 58 on my bike. And I bumped into him down the street and I recognized him. I'm like, don't you go to Hamilton? He was like, yeah, I go to Hamilton with Ermias. And then we rode from right here to 60th and Rampart. Went to Ermias' house and introduced me to Ermias. And we've been locked in since then.
Everything good, no bad all the time. It's a cold school. Life's a twist, that's why I say fuck it, life's a bitch. I graduated in 2000 in Hamilton.
So you met Nipsey about 99?
Yeah, 99.
You the rent was already tight?
Yeah, they was already a package deal. It wasn't like I met one and we all, you know what I mean? Like they was together. And then I was with this other crew, we called ourselves the Knuckleheads.
When you first met Nipsey, what name did he go by?
He was just going by E, Ermias.
Ermias actually took me
E, your name, no gimmicks.
You know what I mean? He invited me to that
prolific
program where we learn how to make music.
R.I.P. to the late great Nipsey
We'll be thugging in high school, you know, doing what we do, you know, knocking the bitches and, you know what I'm saying, fucking with the girls, you know what I'm saying, getting fresh, trying to get the fly clothes, doing all the, you know, regular young nigga shit. So,
why would y'all go to Hamilton and live over here? How did that work?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Hamilton, I think that was just like one of the schools my mom, you know what I'm saying, was just following me to get in. I don't really understand why my mom like chose that direction for me. I don't think she wanted me to go to Crenshaw, honestly.
What about Nip? How was he at that?
I don't have no idea why Nip was at Hamilton. It just worked out like that. Maybe because of the performing arts thing too. You know, they had a big performing arts magnet at Hamilton. That might have had something to do with it.
So Nipsey Hussle's
They had
first
an arts
rap
program.
name was E.
Basically, they had like music programs up there, like different programs to get you, you know what I'm saying? Get you trades and shit. They taught trades up at Hamilton.
Some good shit to know, right?
Yeah. We was trying to get into the music thing, the music programs. It was hard to actually get into the music classes. You know what I'm saying? He really wasn't focused in school. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Like the classes me and Nip did have together, Nip was like fully on it. I was hella nonchalant in school. Like I would go to class and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? The classes that he was in, I seen Nip like he was real focused on like
gotta see these babies hotter.
But like we was ditchers though. We were good. We would go to school and
made us stronger, made us more resilient.
You know what I'm saying? Go to the mall and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fun shit. We was trying to get out the way, you know?
You guys dropped out in 10th grade?
Yeah, we dropped out. Well, really, this is what happened. I started doing homeschool. And during the time I was doing homeschool, Nip just fully dropped out. You know what I'm saying? Nip would even come to my homeschool with me sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And we would just, that's when we started smoking weed and shit and just being bad, you know? We really kind of understood we wanted to do music at that time. Like we wanted to be rappers. That was like our like dream, you know. Hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop really took an influence on our life at that time. We was like real serious about it. When we started going to the Watts Towers, we started playing with the NPCs and all them tracking machines. That shit really turned us out. You know what I'm saying?
When did you first meet them?
Probably like
that's what music will do, you know what I'm saying?
I met Nip in 03 and 04.
Like you had in
studios.
When he's rapping, I think a rapper named Felony.
Hey, it's like a blues. Pain, look, we doing this in a melodic way.
The first time I met Cuz, Cuz he said, Cuz I had a flat top, I had a trade. And
Looking like special ed?
looking like special ed, Cuz he had a motherfucking song.
Like somebody fucking sugar daddy.
And I'm not sure if it was at this gas station or we was on 58. And then we was talking about music. We was like a regular conversation. And then you come around, you got one other on the ball as we jumped on the claustrophobic. Yeah, the two projects.
Wait a minute, Nick's on the claustrophobic album?
Hell yeah. Smoking a lot of lots.
What the hood at?
Yeah, Cuzzy Capone rapping claustrophobic mixtape.
It was in what we did that. Me and that we did a Jay-Z record. Yeah, hard as fuck. Back then. Hard as fuck for real.
Damn.
Slowing down.
So Nip did a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? Get the like, come in, you know what I'm saying? Share my shit, subscribe. That's some music.
Whatever it is, they feel like he looks so sick with it. He roll nothing but no go in the back of the club. He gamble on the low.
Claustrophobic mixtape. Real, all the people that are claustrophobic, how are they faring in
One
this
day we
one?
was in here, we knew, it was getting kind of hectic because we was making a lot of songs. So we knew we was going to start embarking on songs. So it was like, I got to put a stamp on my name. I just can't go by my government, just can't go by E. So I was like, all right, I got you, man. We're going to just put it in the air. We're going to sit back and let it come. And one day it just came to Nipsey Hussle. I don't know how it came. It just like a light bulb popped up. I was like, yeah, that's it. I knew when I first came to it, I was like, that's the name for it. So I told him, Nipsey Hussle, man, told him about the spelling. He was like, where'd you get that from? Like, it just came to me. But, it's an old cat named Nipsey Hussle, who was actually a tin man in the Black Wizard of Oz. He was like a black activist to me. He used to, do a lot of rhyming and scatting and talking. So I was like, that'll fit right there. He was like an activist in the 70s doing his thing. And it just clicked, you know what I mean?
Wait a minute. I didn't get this thing too. I was going to do that.
The homie gave him the name, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we was in the back. We was in the back here. We was trying to figure out a name.
And he left and came back. He came back and he left. I don't want to tell the story.
No, yeah, because we first was talking, it didn't happen right away. And I said, with her name, he left. He left and he went and did his thing. And
The
then, like 2 or
homie
3
got
days
getting
later,
his name.
the nigga just said
The perfect
he got
name
his
for him.
grind
'Cause
on, basically.
Nipsey
You know
Russell
what I mean?
was an
Came back,
activist in the
he had some
70s.
money, he had a car, and I don't know if it was just divine intervention or what, but it just hit me like Nipsey Hussle.
Cause they be smoking a la la la. Young Gooch keep smoking a la la la. Nipsey stay pumping a la la la. I'm from the hood, bitches scream when I'm riding by.
Nipsey always smoking that la 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 to keep my brain maintaining some drama. Not the one. Jack from beach on back streets, whatever when I'm back, don't jag and DC. That's any jurisdiction in or out the district. 7-7 division of crime scene forensic. On the murder engine of material. 2020 to find out a new prescription. Cut the lights on, twist my snap. Cause the feds watching the hood, you get all that. From the birds to the squads to the cameras in the back of the round spot, I feel what I have in the back. See a nigga like me just had to attack. And junior high, I ain't had no sack, much in fact. I used to flip a coin, get like me for change. Now I flip for a piece of cane and cop the game. You a hustler. You a motherfucking hustler, so that's no stick.
Alright, Nip.
Nip hustle.
Nip was hard back then. You should have kept it like that.
Get high. Oh, that was all the time. That was all the time. When we home, we want to get high.
He left broke.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all was hungry, he wanted to get high. He left broke. And came back with a box of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
No, man, we got yeah, that's a true story, but that didn't have his name, like, you know, originally. It was a lot of shit. He used to always come through with shit. We used to come through with weed, we'd be back here with nothing, then we leave, we come back, come together with a potluck. But he used to always be the youngster. He was like the youngest one, but he used to always have that drive. When he leave, he'd come back with something. Whatever he say he'll leave, come back with, he wouldn't come back without nothing, empty handed.
So before he was Nipsey, when he was E, explain his character. What type of person was he when you first met him?
He was like a young cat trying to find himself to me, you know what I mean? You know, to me, when he first started rapping, you know, I told him, I was like, man, you remind me of Nas. You know what I mean? You got a nice spirit and you sharp.
Right out the gate, you give him Nas?
Yeah, right out the gate, I was like, Nas. He didn't have that smooth persona like that, like people say. It's a freestyle we got. Because a couple of freestyle I gotta get some dust. When you see Nip rapping like 13, like, all right, yeah, that's that. I can see where you get that analogy from Nas.
What was he rapping about?
Nip was like a Nas, Jay, Tupac.
Like black and fresh and
that's what the
young
fuck
people in the
Nas,
hood,
Jay,
but from all of the point of
Nas, Jay, Tupac,
the youngster's point of view.
and Snoop.
But for some reason, you knew
That's
he
what
had
Nipsey
concern
was.
about it. It's like, how'd you be this young and be this sharp? You know, at 13, he was rapping like a 17-year-old. You know what I mean? Using language and syllables, you like. And he was really quiet. So when we started rapping like that, you knew that that's what's in the back of his head. So, you know, I used to always tell him, like, man, this hood shit, you learn for something bigger than that. And he used to always say, yeah, I know, that's why I'm doing this hood shit. So, you know, he the one that, you know, I was like, all right, that nigga Nip. Like that he was eating.
Did you see him gravitating to the hood?
Oh, yeah.
Did you try to stop it? Or you just
Yeah, I tried to stop it, but, you know, I was like, hey, you gotta do what you're gonna do. But I let him know the dangers. I let him know, you know, the direction the hood was going in. But I could also see that he was, you know, doing his hood shit. He was out here, but at the same time, his place, he was trying to make a name for himself, but he still had goals and insights.
He wasn't from the hood. Miracle had really just, you know, introduced him to it. Kind of like he was already dealing with a lot of homies, but Miracle like really made it official. What up, man? But Claustrophobic Studios was like, it was the studios in the hills where a lot of homies came and had the opportunity to record. Like, and Miracle had put out a big compilation for the homies to come and show their talent. So I just happened to be one of the young homies that was lucky enough to get on there along with Nip.
You had him up at your house, though, up at the studio, right?
Yes, sir. My first time on the house, that was the first.
Big old
That's
cowboy.
when we came over with the hood unit. Me, Felony, Nipsey, C-Stroll, Car was over there. She come through. Few other members. Because
He's looking back and forth like,
he's the original hood unit.
yeah.
Unit, yeah, Pat. What up, Lo? Lil JT, King of Rock, Daddy Amp, Daddy Stone. What it do, bitch? About to fuck this shit up like this in here. Check it out.
Was you around for who again?
Yeah, I was around. I was one of the.
That's what it is, man.
All of them. One.
R.I.P. to the home.
So a lot of y'all
You already
came out
know
of the
that.
hood.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hate on them
Majority of us came out of the hood. Like, if you was a Slauson boy, there's no way you wasn't on the hood.
You gotta ask yourself,
Give me a roll call.
who could have killed me?
Jay Stone, R-Mac, Lil Kev Mac, Big Key to Rock. There, yeah, he had one of the best songs on there. I think that's about it. As far as I can name, if I miss somebody, forgive me. But as far as I can think of, those were the main ones that was on all the other units. Thankfully, like that I can remember.
When did Slauson Boys come into play? Who came up with that concept?
Honestly, I came up with the concept in like 4.
The original Slauson Boys was Nip, Cuzzy, and then as time went on, like as it progressed, and we kind of like got only introduced to Nip, and it was We Dog, G-Bob, Huster Rob, me and Jay Stone.
Clowning around with Nip and my other big bro, Baby Gooch. And I just said, we're going to call ourselves the Slauson Boys, just throwing an idea out there. We laughed about it.
I had seen Cuz at the studio. He wasn't rapping that day. And I asked bro, why he wasn't rapping. He said he wasn't part of the little squad or whatever. So I called Mayo. Mayo told me to go get the G4. So we got the G4. Then basically learned it together. You know what I mean? We taught each other.
Music shit came before sexy shit.
For sure. I didn't even realize I grew up in the 60s. Yeah, you feel me? It was kind of like I didn't even realize this was the hood. Yeah, I didn't even realize this was the hood like that. Until I met like Cuzzy and Gooch, and then niggas started really laying it on me like, nigga, this the hood. You feel me? This the backs. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really realize.
Nip was all in.
Yeah, Nip was all in. Nip was all in.
And when did you give him his name?
I want to say 04 had me and my girl was giving a party up in the hills and shit. I was on parole at the time. Police surrounded the whole building. So I tell all the homies like, look, if you on parole or probation, we about to open the door. It's time to go. You got to run with me. We about to go. So all the ones that was on probation, parole or whatever, we crack the door. We break up out of there. By like 4 little homies, they break with me. They get up out of there. A lot of big homies stuck around, try to put their guns up under food and shit and walk out. They got gaffled up, went to prison, whatever they did. But the next day, all the little homies came to my house, so they wanted to get some names. All the homies that ran, they got away from the police that night. They wanted to get names, so I started giving them names, and I say Thundercat and them.
Big Thundercat is Lil Kev Mac, and Lil Thundercat is Nipsey.
I think they did that when he was getting put on. These guys niggas ready to struggle. I named Nip, talking about a lot of shit before he like to lace him on the hood, about the hood before let him know what he was about to venture off into. Like it wasn't all what it ain't all what it look like. It ain't all what it look like. You know what I mean? So like I said, talked to him for a couple of days, laced him on the hood, how the hood goes, gave him the rules, regulations. Plus one day I got put on, squad up.
My first experiences meeting Nip was through you. You know what I'm saying? And you was telling me, you knew this dude from your block, from your neighborhood that can bust, can rob, and you was like, man, you gotta hear him. And then finally we hooked that up. And he ride for like 45 minutes, him and Cuzzy Capone. And he wouldn't stop, you know what I'm saying? He was relentless, and he wanted me to hear his material. He was real hungry.
What year was this?
This was like, man, 05. You know what I'm saying? Early 05. We wasn't too serious about it at first because we didn't know where shit was going. Really, we just had an idea, and we just kept it in our hearts and just ran with it.
I remember back in the day, he used to be out here before a lot of homies knew, and he was gravitating out here like everybody knew. And it's like, who was that? I'm like, that's my nigga Nip. Like, what? That's the nigga rapping. How this nigga rapping about this shit again, man? Don't nobody know it. I'm like, that nigga been around here all his life. He's just quiet. And now he's gonna start gangbanging, but he get his money and he rapping. So I introduced him
Neighborhood Nip.
a few people. I remember the incident.
You already know
some
how
kind
it
of
go,
hectic
though.
shit, and I had to pull up on a situation. It kind of, hit me. It was all good. And that's when we kind of met a lot of people. Right there in the corner.
This is where you met Cuzzy at, on this block right here?
Yup. Cuzzy's grandmother lived down there. I flew up around the corner. Grandpa lived up. Grandpa, this is before he was Grandpa.
So what was the purpose of me introducing you to Nipsey?
Well, to do some tracks with, to record, you know what I'm saying, to do some demos for him. And that was my raw at the time. But you know, I wanted to do a lot with him because the Slauson Boys at the time was just an idea.
Tell me how you formally introduced Nipsey to Big U.
So, like I said, when I was recording that Claustrophobic and I met Nip, I kind of knew who he was because he was, he had no little Brian. He was selling DVDs or whatsoever out the back of the trunk. Like that was real. He had a hustle, plus he had a flow. So
Percy Miller had his best, nigga.
Well, he like,
Jigga with the rollie and the
music and shit.
best, nigga.
At that time, I was so deep into the hood, like doing so much other different things. I'm like, well, you need to mess with Nip. Like Nip might be the next one. Like for real, like he might be the next one. The flow, the hustle, the image, everything. Like he might be the next one. He like, okay, I'm gonna check him out. Woo. He heard me, and then I think like a month went by, then I kept on embracing it to him. I told him again, and then he finally took a stand, and I think from that day on, that changed the hood a lot. It did. As far as music wise, it changed it a lot.
Did the Slauson Boys sign with Big U?
In the beginning, the Slauson Boys did sign with Big U. Yeah, they did. And then as Nip went and got that, I'm not sure if he got another deal or he was going through a situation. Then everything kind of like branched off and separated. Then Big U started. He took me and started to use me as a solo act. He got another couple of artists and stuff like that. So yeah, but in the beginning, Slauson Boys were under Big U.
Tell me a little bit about Sandman.
Sandman was actually, I met Sandman before I met Nip, like, and that's the crazy part. Sandman was from Eritrea too, like, and barely could speak English, like barely, couldn't even speak a lick worth of English, like, and he always loved music, he always wanted to rap, so he was always around us, and Sandman family worked at the gas station on Slauson and Crenshaw, Florence and Crenshaw, like, he had they had real ties in the hood, like, he lived on 10th Ave High Park, like, but he wasn't from the hood. Like, Sandman and Nip, because they peoples know each other. Like, he kind of like gave Nip the blueprint around the hood, and Nip kind of took that and did what he did with it.
You don't think Lil Kim had anything to do with Nip being from the hood?
Lil Kim had a lot of things, a lot of reasons why Nip is from the hood. They were all close. Like, Nip, Lil Kim, Mac, Domer, like, just certain nights they were all close, like, but they had their own little relationship before Nip was from the hood. So, like I said, but Bear Claw, to me, Bear Claw is the one who made Nip officially from the hood. Like, a Lil Kim Mac is the reason why Nip, wanted to be from the hood.
First, he's recording over at Grandpa's house, right up the street. Grandpa right here, right on the side of Slauson. And we all migrated down here. It's Dexter house. So I met Rollo, Grandpa, Nipsey around the same time.
And where was the studio at over here?
So his homie Sandman showed him the way, like,
Right behind the house.
Dexter helped put that together.
Wonder why they call him Sandman.
Dexter already had a studio here. He had a photography studio. He was doing photography. He was trying to embark on doing videography and shit. So
Nick was waiting on Lil Kid Mac to get out of jail. You know what I'm saying? So they can get the group going.
it was all like something coming together at one time. It was like Dexter shooting his videos. He had a lot of models coming through. He's trying to capture the culture, and we was trying to, embark in the culture ourselves, put our name and our stamp on it. So we all came together. We was doing music. Dexter had the microphones, and he had the facility for us to record and brought our equipment through.
Because it's on rhyme too. You know what I'm saying? That.
Cause he like my nephew, man. I brought him up.
Rich
too.
Rollin'?
He's like 8, 9 years old. He be young, he like 5. But this motherfucker, I gave him and his sister their name too.
So where's some of Nipsey's earlier music, man? The urban music. Who got that music?
Well, I got some songs on one of my old hard drives and one of my old computers that nobody ever heard finished. I know Dexter got a lot of music. So when we first started doing some of our old music, we was doing like soundtracks and my boy Paul was like model. He used to take pictures of models. He used to put together DVD,
Crazy,
video shows. So we used to do a lot of music, like the soundtrack for that.
R.I.P. neighborhood Nip, man.
We'll be still in the moment, so we have a lot of open tracks. We just go and just start rapping and make different songs, but we're still in the spirit.
So is it safe to say Dexter actually laid the foundation for Nipsey Hussle as far as the technical part of it?
Yeah, I say he was there to help facilitate the groundwork. You know what I mean? He helped with the equipment. He had a studio. You know what I mean? He was, he was a facilitator for the most part. You know, we all had equipment, but I don't think at that time we would have been able to record at the rate and level that we was recording without Dexter's studio.
Black Sam played a good part in all this shit though. You know, Black Sam don't be on the cameras and shit like that, but Cuz the key factor, he's the machine behind all this. You know what I mean? Machine.
How long after you met Nip to be Black Sam?
Within that same year, Black Sam, when we selling our movies or whatever, Black Sam was, connect. We needed some CDs burned or whatever. He had to burn, he burned out the CDs. Once Black Sam got on board, we making a real lot of money then. Black Sam always been a businessman.
Why was you guys going to Watts? What's the story behind this Watts situation?
It was a program in Watts. Well, Nipsey had a relationship with Watts through marketing. Even before I met him, he already stuck around in Watts. You know what I'm saying? He grew up kind of in Watts, going to marketing middle school. So I think that's how he found out about the program, because he already had a relationship with Watts. And it was just a cool program where they taught us how to work equipment for free. We'd go spend like an hour each on the equipment, and we would ride the train and ride the bus over there and go make some music for like an hour.
You jump on the 108 to the blue line?
Yep, the 108 to the blue line. We got some 6 stories too.
They got to the blue line.
These niggas got stories. We had some 6 stories. Cause I think that's where the blue line and the 108 transition at. Isn't that like the Bishop Bloods or something like that right there? Niggas had some issues gonna get on that blue line sometimes. Oh God. Niggas had some real issues. I think Nip told me a story one time, like, it was one of the times I just didn't go that weekend. I was sick or something, I can't remember why I didn't go. But the niggas tried out up on him. She really gave him a hard time. The niggas had to wiggle about that situation. I mean, even not being a thoroughly from a hood, you still have to deal with LA on a lot of different levels, you know what I'm saying? Gotta be ready for bullshit.
So what was you and Nip's original rap
Man.
Your original crew before you got these guys on?
That's what I was saying. I used to call myself EMC. Some crazy shit. EMC. I don't know. Yeah, Dirty Mink. That was like, I don't know how the fuck I came up with that name. I don't know how I came up with that name. I was hella random. Yeah, my hair was like crazy texture like this shit. Oh God. So I don't know. I didn't like that name. So, but I had this tattoo on my hand, and I was just looking at it one day for a long ass time, and I'm like, it just made sense to me to call myself Rimpaw, because it's the street I grew up on. You feel me? Cuzzy from Rimpaw. He was like a big homie to me. Really is my big homie. You feel me? He showed a nigga a lot of this street shit. You feel me? He told a nigga how to program out here. So I just kind of like pushed myself into that name.
What was Nip's original rap name?
Nip's original rap name is Concept.
Look at
Concept.
Look what talking
He called
himself Concept.
Yeah, he called it Concept.
That's it all right there about his mentality.
Yeah.
Did you start off with conscious rap?
For sure. We was conscious rappers. We used to be in a group called with my boy Oliver, my cousin Oliver. Ed Riot. It was Ed Riot, and it was Kid Ink was part of it, I think. And my boy Greg. My boy Greg kind of bipolar though. He's not all the way here now right now, like somewhere else. But we was in a group, and it was called Stranded Minds. And we used to perform at the Malcolm X Festival in Lamar Park. It was produced by this dude. I forgot what the African dude's name was. Big Crack. Yeah, exactly.
He was rapping about Marcus Garvey and that.
For sure. He had a song called Nigga Nonfiction. That song's sick. That song's hard. I wish I could find it. I don't know where it's at. But it's one of them songs. It's hard. Like, we used to be on some real conscious. We used to all be on that. You know what I'm saying? We used to all be on that. We used to all study that shit. For real. Like, trying to really elevate our minds. For real. I remember the first time I heard him rap. We was on the 3 bus, on the Culver City bus. Was that 3 bus? Yeah. From West LA. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We'll come from, because we would go from, when you come from Hamilton, you get on the blue bus, and you get on the 3 bus, and then you get on the 108. Exactly. He spit the first verse, he spits me on that bus. When I heard bro rap, I'm like, that shit was hard. I just knew at that point, like, that was gonna be something. Like, in my mind, I'm like,
you knew from back then, 458, 4 Sloth Boys.
Yeah, Hamilton.
Yeah, man.
For sure. I've been a fan of him since then. Like,
And you know we Mac at it.
I take rap so serious because of Nipsey.
So what y'all think, man? You think? Yeah, Nipsey Hussle deserves all the credit he gets, you know what I'm saying, for being a real one. Taking care of business. We're young dude, man, taking care of himself, taking care of business, you know, having one of the baddest chicks in the game, doing the damn thing, selling his mixtape for $1,000 a pop. His album, he was doing it real big. I don't know nobody else doing it like that. But yo, check this one right here.
My name is Nipsey Hussle. I'm from LA, Slauson and Crenshaw area.
Some white dude did a little investigation on the murder of Nipsey.
Fans and community activist Nipsey Hussle are in
So we're gonna break it down real quick
today. Police say the 33-year-old was shot multiple times outside of his clothing store.
There's plenty of people who want to do day. Primarily, the voice of U.S. government. What is the evidence we can show? That's what we want to do that.
This is a BBC 3 series exclusive.
The news of Nipsey's murder was broadcast around the world. The killing didn't make any sense. Who would want Nipsey dead? There were numerous conspiracies.
You already know. Now let your boy Mac Mizzle up in the spizzle. You already nizzle.
Going after a black man.
R.I.P. neighborhood.
They want to stop anybody from trying to make it our neighborhood great again. You know what I mean?
I ain't tripping though.
That was a situation where somebody felt like they got disrespected.
I've requested an interview with the LAPD, and I finally get a call back. Hello?
LAPD call a lot of slack. We call a lot of slack from the family, and you don't want to go down that road anymore.
Why is it so bad? I don't understand. Okay.
That is because, the family was at that time.
You know the vibes.
And LAPD made some statements, and from there, it just went downhill. So, and our boss, I want to make that mistake again. Here's what I'm going to be involved.
So far, the police say there's only one suspect.
We have identified the person believed to be responsible for this devastating crime. He is 29-year-old Eric Holder.
By this point, Eric Holder is in police custody, awaiting trial for the murder of Nipsey Hussle, which he denies. So much of this story seems to be about a lack of trust between the police and those around Nipsey.
Oh, hey, how you doing? All right.
Brian Bentley spent his whole career with the LAPD, working in Nipsey's neighborhood. Was that Nipsey?
That's Nipsey.
Could the police have killed Nipsey Hussle?
I don't think so, not at all. I don't think so.
Why do so many people think that they could have played a part?
No, there's no trust. This community does not trust the LAPD. Not at all. If anything happens, they suspect the LAPD.
Because of this idea that Eric Holder was a police informant, he was working with the police in some capacity.
I don't think the LAPD had anything to do with it.
But I found out something surprising.
Well, why would he say the LAPD
Eric
has
and
something to
Nipsey
do
were
with it?
from
He's
the
a
same
fucking
gang.
cop.
I've discovered from the transcripts of the pre-trial
You know
hearing
what I'm saying?
that
So
a
this is a
conversation
fucking
allegedly
goofy
took place
documentary. Bro.
between Eric and Nipsey
I give it some
moments
time.
before he was shot. Nipsey apparently accused Eric Holder of snitching from working with the police. The word snitch is mentioned in the transcripts 24 times.
Like people don't know what snitch
I've
is.
managed to find some original gangsters from a local gang. I want to know more about the rules they have to live by.
Like he's
In terms of gang
Steve
rules,
Irwin in the
there's
fucking
calling someone a snitch a bad thing.
That's the worst thing you can say because you that's a bitter past statement if you cowered out.
Do you have to defend yourself if someone says that?
I'm killing you. Call me a snitch and I ain't a snitch.
It's the equivalent of being called a child molester.
Yeah.
That's the level that's on.
But Eric Holder was a low-level gang member, and Nipsey was one of the most powerful people in the community.
I got respect in the last test. So many checks in another chest.
It didn't make sense. If Nipsey had broken the rules, why would such a no-name kill him? There had to be other people at the top of the food chain who were also involved. But finding out who that was would be difficult. I just learned how dangerous it was to snitch.
You know what I'm saying? They're trying to say that Nipsey Hussle was killed by the police. Was killed by this dude named Shitty Cuz. I don't know, man. What y'all think, man? Y'all let me know because it looks real suspicious. And if you're looking at the whole dynamic right in front of your eyes, you'll see that these motherfuckers didn't like it really don't matter to them, one way or the other, But right before he goes and talks to the police, he gets smoked about them felon gang activities and shit like that, And this was on some revolutionary shit. That's wearing a shooter, that's a fact, nigga. Up the sack, nigga. Back on black, nigga. Relax, nigga.
Smoking weed and I relax, nigga. Travel around the world and I came back, nigga. Worth a couple million, that's a fact, nigga. But I am nothing like you fucking rap, nigga. I own all the rights to all my raps, nigga. Turn the place when she skin on my max, nigga. Murder rate increasing if I snap, nigga. Ain't no hanging out, we take your off and dump the back, nigga. Open trust accounts, deposit
racks, nigga.
Dollar life insurance on my flash, nigga.
Rex, nigga. Also snakes, nigga.
I ain't nothing like you fucking rap niggas. Fucking man a shooter, that's a fact, nigga. Started doing shit up on my back, nigga. Spend 1,000 on some t-shirts up the sacks, nigga. I
He was a real prolific artist. That's a definite. That's a definite right there.
AMG Mercedes, back to back, nigga. Shower to his face, now that's a rap, nigga. Streets talking, that's a rap, nigga. We don't call you up, but that's a trap, nigga. He got case that was black, nigga. So the world look, I'm back, nigga. Suck my deal and I crack, nigga. They fought me, so I left, nigga. Can a motherfucker tell me shit, nigga? We the no limit of the West, nigga. Percy Miller at his best, nigga. Nigga with the rollie in the best, nigga. Acne cheese and Giuseppe's, nigga. Serving fees off the steps, nigga. Merch freeze for the set, nigga. All facts, this ain't no motherfucking brick. I don't like you fucking rap niggas. I'm the man to shoot, that's a fact, nigga. Starting to stand up with my back, nigga. Spend 1,000 on some t-shirts with the facts, nigga. I ain't nothing like you fucking rap niggas. I'm the man to shoot, that's a fact, nigga. Starting to stand up with my back, nigga. Spend 1,000 on some t-shirts with the facts, nigga.
So we're gonna see this. We're gonna look at this whole situation over, you know. The Nip was a good dude, you know.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? How y'all doing this morning?
Let's an update on this.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. Hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button and the notification bell. If you don't hit the notification bell, you're not gonna get my videos when I'm dropping them. You're not gonna get them on time. And make sure that you share my videos. Now, this is just a quick update. You know, this is a quick update on Eric Holder. He went to, actually, he didn't even attend his pre-trial conference hearing because they continued it. And like I've been saying, they're gonna keep continuing it. He might go to, you know, there might be 10 more pre-trial conference hearings. You know, who knows? Because I'm not sure whether it's the prosecution or his attorney that's having it continued, but I do know it's being continued. In my personal opinion, I believe that it's his attorney that's continuing because he's being evaluated so that he'll be granted this insanity plea. That's the path I believe they're taking, so that he won't, you know, if he do go to trial and he ends up losing, he won't be looking at a life sentence.
Like I said,
or
you're gonna try to insanity
play
like he was fucking mentally insane.
I believe he would just get life. So that's what I believe. And he's scheduled to go to court November the 14th, which is on the Thursday. So like I said, they're gonna keep continuing this. This is what they do, you know, during the pre-trial conference. If you're not familiar with what a pre-trial conference is, I suggest you familiarize yourself with what a pre-trial conference is. You need to familiarize yourself with the court system, period, so that you'll know, you'll just have this type of information and knowledge for yourself. You won't have to really depend on another person's word or what somebody else is saying. You'll know for facts. So, you know, and during pre-trial conferences, they do a plethora of things, such as,
shout out to Star Wolf Entertainment TV.
Trial, they look over the discovery, all the evidence. He may even go to an evidentiary hearing. Who knows? You know, an evidentiary hearing is like a small trial.
Damn,
so who knows what the defense is preparing for? Who knows what the prosecution is preparing for? We don't know what's all going on taking place because they're not really allowing anyone to know because this case is sensitive. So anyway, I was just bringing everybody this update so everybody will know what's going on. Like I said before, he goes to court November the 14th, and it'll be in the morning, and that one will probably be continued to the next year. And he may not go to court until 2021. You know, we have to see. But if he does, we're gonna see who the real Nipsey riders is. See who riding for him. But like I said, just prepare yourself mentally that he may go to court, he may go to trial, it may get started in 2021. Who knows? This was just a quick update. If I have any more, I'll bring it to you. If anybody else has any information on them, put it out there. If you're a YouTuber and you have any information, make a video on it. So everybody will know what's going on. Bring it to the forefront. Like I said, he's in the hospital being evaluated. I don't believe he's in Twin Towers. But they put anything on the website, and people will run with that. I don't believe he committed suicide. I mean, I know he didn't commit suicide. I don't believe he attempted suicide. But hey, if that's what the next person believes, that's what they believe. But anyways, make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that like button and that notification.
Yeah, man. Y'all all our Star Wolf Entertainment. I want to hear what he has to say because he watched
What's up, YouTube? This Star Wolf.
The BBC Nipsey documentary too. So
people been hollering at me. They wanted me to make a video asking me my thoughts about the BBC documentary about Nip. They wanted to know how I felt. They wanted to know my thoughts about it. I did see it. I seen it the other night. I seen it via somebody sent it to my DM from Tanique Reviews channel. I checked it out. It was, in my opinion, it was, it was cool. It was cool. I did have a problem with a couple of things in there. I'm gonna address that, but for the most part, it was cool. I just don't. If you notice, I don't really be like making videos too much anymore about Nip, and the reason why is because I don't want to pigeonhole myself. I don't want to be classified as a Nip channel because I didn't start off blogging. I didn't start off blogging about Nip. I didn't start off blogging when Nip was killed. Me, what I blog about politics mostly. That's what I do. I'm when I look at injustices, I'm for the people first and foremost. If there's any type of injustice with our people, then I'm ready to attack that situation on whatever level it may be on. So that's I make videos about things of that nature. Now when Nipsey died, I didn't just jump on there right away. I jumped on it when Big U made a video. So that was like in May or whatever. Actually, it was in May. But like I said, I don't want to pigeonhole myself. And many people, I speak with many people on the daily, and I speak with permanent people too, and they be letting me know, you shouldn't pigeonhole yourself, and that's real. I'm not going to pigeonhole myself and make videos about just one topic because I'm so well versed in many things that's going on in this world. So it would be hard for me to even do that anyway. So if you haven't been seeing me making videos about Nip, that's one of the reasons why. And there's no new information. And it's not going to be any new information that comes out because they have who they want incarcerated. And I know, I've read, I've seen comments where people talking about he's a patsy and, he didn't do this and do that. These is people that's not familiar with the gang culture. These is people that ain't even been in LA. Don't know nothing about the gang culture, don't know nobody and nothing. Speaking about things they have no knowledge about. Bloggers making videos for views, and that's all they doing it for. They dissecting, they stand on one topic, stand on one thing, dissecting that 1,000 ways just to get views and likes. That's all they doing. with no real substance. They lacking substance in the video. For real, because they way off topic. Don't get me wrong, they good bloggers. But when it comes to this, to Nip, they way off topic because they don't know. They not on the inside. They not gonna know. Now, it's people from 60s that I feel that it just boils down to this. If you from 60s, then y'all should be taking care of this, period. Because it's people that know, and then it's a lot of people from 60s that don't know. It's a lot of people from 60s that claim that they know. They don't even know. They don't even know. And I know for a fact they don't know. But it's ones that do know. And I know for a fact that they do know. They do know what's going on. My thing is take care of that within 60s. Because it's a lot of people that don't even care. Let me tell you this. A lot of people that they didn't even care about Nip. They still don't care about Nip. Like I said, I talk to people on a daily. People chop it up. I be chopping it up with many people. And people don't care. Of course, anybody that don't get along with 60s, that's enemies, not gonna care. I speak to people all the time. I know people from everywhere. Shotgun, East Coast, the main streets, Overs, Mansfield, wherever, man. I know people from everywhere. Motherfuckers be like, fuck Nip. Hey, what can you do with this video though? I got motherfuckers that rap right now, and trust me, I ain't gonna expose you. I ain't gonna tell who you are. Motherfuckers from 60s right now that rap, they be getting there and be like, look, let me slide you this, and then you put my video, you know what I'm saying, on your video. When you make your, how much you gonna charge, this and that. They don't even, look, I don't even care about the Nip situation. I don't even care about Nip. I'm trying to get myself out there. Yeah, this is how people act.
Damn.
This is how people act. But look, let me hop right off into this, okay?
Saying R.I.P. to Nip. You got niggas in their own clique.
Speaking on the BBC documentary, okay, there were some things that stuck out to me as far as when Big Skull, aka Melvin Farmer, and his homeboy Cedric was speaking, mainly Cedric. They both from A-Trade Gangsters, but you know, he was mainly talking about how Nip was stupid. Nip felt invincible, like he couldn't be touched. He was stupid for even being up in the parking lot at his place of business without security. You know, and that was true. You know, I'm not gonna go as so far as to say he was stupid because those are harsh words.
I don't
those
believe
are his
that.
words, those are words he chose, you know. I'm not going to sit up here and debate that and say he's wrong or right for that. You know, I'm gonna just say
watch your back
Nick was foolish because he was foolish. Because first and foremost, you have to understand this as a gang member, as someone that's a gang member, you always have to be on point. No matter what Nick was doing in his life, became famous, a rapper. He was doing this in the community, all this good. You still from 60s. And there's people that know you from 60s, whether you have to look out for your homeboys or whether you have to look out for other people that don't get along with your hood, you still gotta be on point and look out. So was he foolish for being up there without security or being up there without homeboys who really had his back and loved him? Hell yeah, because it goes like this, like Cedric said. Nip, when he started getting that money, and this is a fact. This what he said was facts. I back that up 100% because I know when he started getting them checks, when he started getting that money, they needed Nip to kick in. Don't worry about who today is, because I ain't finna say no names or nothing like that. But they needed Nip to kick in. Yeah, it was time for him to, you gotta look out. You from 60s. Bottom line, you from 60s. So this how it go. Of course it's gonna be jealous people. Of course it's gonna be people, even if somebody ain't jealous. Man, you getting this money.
And we know you getting it now because before you was getting it, you was being looked out for. I know a lot of y'all, look, check this out. Check this out. Let me break something down for y'all. I know a lot of y'all don't like Big U, and a lot of that stems from bloggers making videos. You probably even looked at some of my videos and was like, you formulated in your head to where you was like, okay, I'm gonna come to terms with myself. I don't like this dude. I don't like Big U. But a lot of y'all don't even know who Big U is, and y'all really just don't like him because of the blogger. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say this. Big U didn't put it in motion. Yeah, I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear that, huh? Yeah, he didn't put that in motion. Big U didn't put that in motion for them to be killed or nothing like that. I know a lot of y'all be like, it had to come from the top, because nobody say anybody can be at the top. Anybody, if you're a Crip or a Blood, anybody can be. If you're a reputable, if you're a real one, shit, you at the top anyway.
Yep.
If you done did shit in your past and motherfuckers can vouch for that, I'm talking about some real shit, you gonna be at the top anyway. Ain't no one person at the top. If a motherfucker wanted to do whatever they wanted to do with Nip, they didn't have to get no permission. All that, I gotta go to him and see if they fixing to do this any motherfucking way. And they did. The person who put it in motion, look, the person who put it in motion was in the parking lot, period. Don't ask me for no names, don't hit my DM, none of that. The person who put it in motion was in the parking lot. They knew it was gonna go down, and that's just what it was. And he was hit by his own homies, 60s, period. Yeah. Did Big U know about it? No. Probably so. Probably so. Probably didn't. He didn't put it in motion. But don't ask me for the name of the person who did it and all that. It's just not gonna be. It ain't coming out. It's not. For many reasons. But anyway, if you've seen that clip where Nipsey was talking about, where he got into it with the paparazzi, and the paparazzi was asking him where he took the phone, and paparazzi dude was asking him, look, I thought you was a cool guy, you're a celebrity. And Nip told him, look, I'm a 60 Crip first. Did you hear what I just said? I'm a 60s Crip first. Before anything. And he said, I don't go by these rules. I go by a different set of rules. I live in a different world. So Nip knew what time it was. Straight up. He was being extorted. Straight up. I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear that either. If you want to hear the real, that's just what it is. You want to hear, don't listen to the fantasy. You want to hear Big U killed him. Big U did that. I can't say that. Not gonna say that either. You know, some of y'all might be mad or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? You want to hear the real, that's the real, you know? And like Cedric said, Nip felt he was invincible, you know? He felt he was invincible. He was in a parking lot with 60s who didn't give a fuck about him. See, when you're a part of a gang, and this goes for any gang, everybody ain't gonna like everybody. Everybody ain't gonna have love for everybody. Everybody ain't gonna even know everybody. If you're reputable, if you've been in the hood and you've been putting in work and doing shit and all that, yeah, of course people will know you or whatever. There's a lot of people that don't even get known because a lot of them is busters. A lot of them is marks. A lot of them can't even come to certain spots in the hood because it's real reputable motherfuckers that kick it at that spot every day, and they know if they come, they gonna get socked out, they gonna get robbed, all kind of shit. Niggas gonna go in their pockets and they don't come. So, you know, it was just 60s up there that Nip didn't fuck with. They didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Rent Paul, I mean, yeah, he fucked with Rent Paul. Rent Paul was good, you know. I know people clowned in the past. It's like, damn, look at Grandpa. He ran fast and all that shit. But look, check this out. Have you ever been shot? And all that shit. But look, check this out. Have you ever been shot? Have you ever seen videos about you too, talking about who is this? Who is that dude that didn't run? That stood there right by Nick? Yeah, the one that got his face blew off. Yeah, his face is stuck to the side of that white car because it got blew off. Who is that? That's who you would have been. All that hero movie type shit. Because the reality of this is when bullets is flying, when you hear that sound, you automatically know, second nature, to get down, duck, get out the way, because you know what bullets will do, especially if you've been into any type of street lifestyle to where you know and you didn't seen people get shot and you didn't shot people or whatever. You know that bullets will eat a person's face or head up. It don't matter where the bullet go, it'll eat your body up. Certain bullets will tear your ass up. That's why people be dead. That's why people be fearing. That's why Grandpa ran. Shit, when I got shot, I got hit 6 times. I ran. I ran before I heard the shots. I seen the 2 people coming, and I already knew what time it was. My survival instincts kicked in. It didn't tell me to sit there and ask them what they gonna do and all that shit. I already knew, so I got on. And they started dumping, and they hit me 6 times because I already knew what bullets do. They kill. Straight up. And I ain't gonna say Grandpa is no punk or coward or nothing like that for running. He's still here. He's still here to live another day. And if he wanted to put in some work with, I don't think he even gonna go that route, but I'm just saying if he wanted to, he could do that. All that other foolish hero shit, that shit, movie shit. You can talk, you can miss me with that and talk to somebody else about that. But yeah, he was around 60s in that parking lot that didn't care. That's why they didn't bust back. That's why Cedric from A-Track Gangster said what he said in the documentary. They didn't bust back. They wasn't going to bust back. You think everybody in that parking lot didn't have a heat? A known parking lot where people was coming through, shooting, doing all kind of shit, enemies? Yeah, they heated. When people don't care, when they ain't get a piece of the pie, yeah, they be mad and jealous. And yeah, they'll look at you like, shit, I know they fixing to do this or do that. I don't even care. And they say Shitty Cuz was a snitch, a known snitch. I don't know. I ain't seen no paperwork. Ain't nobody seen no paperwork. Usually, you know, we as black people, we love exposing each other. We love making each other look bad. So why come ain't nobody made him look bad? Where the paperwork at? Why is he the exception to the rule? Where the paperwork at on him? That's what I'm talking about. Ain't no paperwork. And even if he did tell, and paperwork don't mean nothing anyway, you can still tell. But I'm just saying though, where the proof at? They talking about this conversation and people stop with the bullshit, all the barbershop, the stores, the fat burgers and all that. He got killed right there in the parking lot. That's just how it went down. If you knew, you would know. But you don't know, so you speculate. Got killed right there in that parking lot. I believe if he had some real ones that loved him from 60s or wherever in the parking lot with him that day, that shit would have went different. It would have went different. They probably wouldn't even tried it. And another thing, like I said, they wouldn't have tried it because motherfuckers would have bust back. Probably be a lot of motherfuckers locked up right now. All kind of shit. It's a lot of grimy shit. It ain't nothing but hood shit. That's all it is, you know? That's all it is. Hell yeah, the police know what time it is, but the police don't care. They don't like that. They don't like young black males anyway, especially young, successful black males. They don't care. They don't care about no crime scene, doing no crime scene right. Oh, they let people walk through the crime scene. So, you black. They don't care about you. You barely figuring out that the LAPD don't like you. You barely figuring that out, that police don't like blacks. Come on now. But the documentary, it was cool, you know. It was cool. A lot of people feel a lot of jewels was dropped in there, you know. However, whatever, you know. One thing, and another thing I want to speak on, it was where the interviewer, the white guy, said that he got an anonymous email from the LAPD. I don't know how you can get an anonymous email from the LAPD. How is it anonymous? Anonymous means you don't know who it is. You said anonymous, and then the next word was LAPD, so you knew who it was. So it wasn't anonymous. Nothing can be anonymous anyway if it's in the email because it's coming from a certain IP address. Cell phone, laptop, tablet, whatever you use has an IP address, so you knew who it was coming from. And then said that the LAPD was like, look for the big man, look towards the big man, the one with all the power. He was referring to Big U. Now, I don't know if I had a discrepancy with that because anonymous then LAPD. I don't trust the LAPD. I don't trust no police department, no type of officials, agents, none of that. But the thing is this: why would the LAPD even tell him to look towards Big U? And I'm not speaking in the sense I'm saying, look at Big U. He's the one behind this. I'm looking at it in the sense of they trying to set Big U up. See, one thing with our peoples, we always so quick to do interviews and shit with these white folks, but we don't be doing interviews with people we know, people we grew up with, people of our own stature, our own race. We'll look past them like, man, I ain't fixing it. I'm gonna go to this white dude and we'll talk to him, and I feel comfortable with him, and this and that and that and this, and this white boy all the way from the UK, from London. They don't know nothing about LA. Nothing. But anyway, it was cool. It was all right document. I just had a discrepancy with that. Talking about you got an anonymous tip, anonymous email from the LAPD. It doesn't sound anonymous to me. You just said who it was. Now, if he would have said, I got an anonymous email, I don't know who it was from, but they said, look at this person or that person, then we don't know. But once you said, I got an anonymous email from the LAPD, it's not anonymous anymore. I had a discrepancy with that. I don't know if you're trying to set him up or what. I don't know. Y'all better look into this more. Y'all better look into that more. I don't even trust. I say.
So let's look into this whole
This is near the intersection of Slauson and Crenshaw here in South LA, and behind us here, we still have fans that are gathered outside Nipsey Hussle's clothing store where that shooting occurred, paying their respects. So the crowd, it has dwindled from hundreds to a couple dozen this morning. The rap star, as we have been reporting, incredibly popular with 3.6 million followers on Instagram. The 33-year-old was nominated for a Grammy Award this year for his debut studio album entitled Victory Lap. Initially, hundreds of fans came to the clothing store called The Marathon. They have been mourning the rapper's death and sharing stories about how he was helping this local community, giving back. This is where he grew up.
He was not your average rapper. He was more than that. He was more. It's seriously heartbreaking.
Notice they cut off all the videos that I LAPD.
Emails yesterday.
Now this is the LAPD police commissioner
requesting
reading Nipsey Hussle email.
Nipsey and Rock Nation requesting to me to set up a meeting with the chief, and I'm going to read it to you. This was dated February 26th. Our goal is to work with the department to help improve communication, relationships, and work towards changing the culture and dialogue between LAPD and the inner city. We want to hear about your new programs, your goals for the department, as well as how we can help stop gang violence and help you help kids. So it takes time to set up meetings. We did. It was set up for yesterday. And the chief called me on Sunday and told me, this was 15 minutes after, that Nipsey Hussle had been assassinated and murdered. This horrible thing happened one day before we were going to have this meeting. Why couldn't we have had the meeting the day before instead of the day after? So the meeting will happen. It will happen when Rock Nation and Nipsey's family will come together. And I promise you, whether from the upper levels of this or from the bottom level of this, that I want to help do what he wanted to do. And he wanted us to do that.
So that's the police commissioner say they got some type of report, some type of something. But you know, it is what it is. I think he was ahead of his time. That's why, you know. They don't want to keep it real in the field, you know. So yeah, there's pretty much nothing on Nipsey Hussle's death.
The LAPD is investigating why a desk officer turned away a potential witness in the Nipsey Hussle murder case. In April, a woman showed up at the 77th Street station to say she'd spotted her car and license plate on the news linked to the killing. The woman later told the grand jury the officer said, quote, not to worry. So she left. Well, it turns out that woman drove the getaway car after her passenger, the man you're looking at here, Eric Holder, allegedly shot Nipsey Hussle.
So why did the police say, don't worry? You see how serious it is? Anyway, R.I.P. to the late great Nipsey Hussle, the boy Mac Mizzle. I'm out this piece, but y'all let me know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna end this out here when Nipsey Hussle look at his tracks. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the nigga right there. Respect to the R.I.P. to the late great Nip. You think?
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. One slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. One slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. Cause I'm married to this game. That's who I made my wife. Said I die alone and told that bitch she probably right. One thing that's for sure, I'm a stranger to this life. Gotta take this for the Franklin and a shoulder for the stripe. Don't know a nigga like myself. I stay self-made, meaning I design myself. County jail fade, you can pull my foul yourself. Spot rage, swallow rocks, I'm getting high myself. Nah, damn right, I like the life I built. West side 60 shit, I might got killed. Standing so tall, they think I might got still. Legendary baller like Mike, like Will. 96 Impala, thug like front wheels. Up against the wall, squabble at Fox Hills. Like a motherfucking boss, ask me how I feel. Successful street nigga touching their first meals. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle pay the price. One slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle pay the price. One slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. I got everything I said I was gonna get on my kid. In addition to that fact, I'm a legit. I'm a shit now, according to the way that I'm positioned. In this biz, it look like I'm just gonna keep on getting rich. Know that West Side RSCs is us. LAPD on my dick, I'ma squeeze and bust. If a rap nigga did switch cheese and fuss, all this rap money, nigga, look, I need too much. Money, loyalty, and love is a dream to trust. We switching up the players on your team too much. I need caveats, my love, feel supreme, what's up? And we travel around the world, get cream or what? Ain't you get off on whoever hustle, sing the brush? Ghost Vegas, strip hop, yeah, you cream the bumps. After all that looking tough, all these things was stuff. If you send it Mayweather, please to sing with us. True story, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle pay the price. One slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle pay the price. One slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life.
R.I.P. to the late great neighborhood Nip. You know what I mean? Remember, keep it real in the field. Forget how you feel. Come on. Peace. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, won't spare the price. Miserable the dice all my life. Grinding all my life.